Marcus Exum. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, brother. How you, man?
I'm good, and good to see you, man. Good to meet you for the first time too.
Same here, bro. Same here.
So I told you about what we doing with Yurt and everything. Could you start off with telling us like where you from?
Actually, I'm from Robsonville, North Carolina.
Okay.
But then I moved over this way years ago.
Oh, okay.
So I've been here ever since.
Yeah. What made you move from Robinsonville to Greenville?
Work.
Yeah.
Honestly, just work, man.
Like
I was closer to work. Yeah.
Okay.
At the time or whatever.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So tell me about your business, the business that you started. Right.
Man, started this back in the day. It's probably been about.
Let's start with the name of it first.
Trending Custom.
Trending Custom. Okay.
Yeah. Back in the day, started off, I used to work for a rim shop locally.
Gotcha.
And I didn't like how they was treating the customers, the pricing and all this, that, and the other. I always been into cars, rims, and stuff myself, so it only made sense to do something that I enjoy doing, which is rims and tires, custom work, the whole nine. So came up with the idea. One of my homeboys kind of backed me up on it, kind of gave me the support I needed, wanted to help me out with it, so we ran with it. Just ever since then, I linked up with one of the guys out of Raleigh. He kind of gave me the footsteps I needed to take because he owned one up that way. And ever since then, man, thank God I've been blessed to be able to keep the doors open 5 years later.
5 years?
5 years later.
Okay, that's what's up, man. What were some of the hardships you faced trying to start up earlier, man?
Support, man. That was the biggest thing because everybody was used to going to who they used to going to.
That's a fact.
And then being a brother, obviously, everybody won't take me serious because they knew I was always buying rims, this, that, and the other. So they didn't. At first, I was thinking that it would be easier, knowing that my peers around me know that I'm kind of like the rim guy anyway. All the cars, the whole nine. But starting off, man, like I said, the support level was a little slow. And then I originally started off just ordering them as I went. So I guess that was kind of like scam mode looking to some people, I guess you could say, like, man, you ain't got them in here, I don't know if I can trust you.
True.
And then I already was just working out a small building, so I get it, but I had some true loyal people, friends, family that was like, hey, if you're gonna do it, I'm with you. And ever since then, been growing more and more.
Got you. How old are you, man?
38.
38?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's a good, you know what I'm saying, look for the people that's looking to start it.
Yeah, definitely, man.
What have you ever sold some rims to somebody and they're like, man, I ain't like how these is or something like that? Have you ever had any problems with customers?
Yeah, you run into problems all the time, man. Anytime you're doing any public work, you're gonna run into problems. Had issues where some people, when I first started out, I didn't notice like certain parts of their car might was a little funny or whatever, so blamed it on my technician doing certain stuff. So me being who I am, I'm a people's person, so hey, whatever it took to make it right, I tried to do what I could. Later on learned, obviously, I got my little check-off sheet, so now when people pull up, I kind of can tell, hey, your lug nut's bad, your whatever, your brakes squealing or whatever, so that way it keeps me from being so liable for their vehicle, so
that's what's up.
Learned fast on that one, like.
Gotta get it right?
Yeah, first time, yes sir.
You work with any other people in the area? As far as like, let's say, I say competition, for instance. Do you work with them? Like, you guys swap out rims, or how does that work?
Actually, man, shout out to my boy Mike Pilgrim, man. Before he closed up, you would have thought him being like one of my bigger competitors that he
from Winterville.
Yeah, you would have thought that anytime I needed something, he kind of would have shied away.
Yeah,
that man was right there the whole entire time. Didn't stop, wouldn't stop. Even to this day now, he's not even in that business. He works for one of the rim companies I buy my rims from. Stop by on a daily basis. Hey, you good? We good? The whole nine.
That's what's up, man. A lot of times people, you know what I'm saying, especially with us, people look at it like competition and they ain't really trying to help each other when there's a lot of money around for everybody. That's
the biggest thing I try to tell anybody that's in the game with me, man. Like, I ain't out to steal every single customer.
That's a fact.
I mean, I got a motto that every dollar ain't a good dollar. So I mean, I try not to go out to every single dollar, but at the same time, I do got to keep the doors open.
That's true. And you say you've been open for 5 years now?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Okay. You offer like discounts and things like that as well?
Yeah, man. Normally it's cheaper to do a bundle deal, meaning like you get your rim and tires at the same time. Obviously, I could cut the price down a lot better than just buying a piece here, a piece there, due to shipping, due to cost of certain things. where I could talk to my vendors like, hey, we buying all this at one time. Look out for me, and in return, I look out for my customers.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, where do you see yourself going in 2 years with this? You've been open for 5, so you're already successful as it is. But in 2 years, where do you see yourself?
Man, hopefully in a bigger, better building, just slinging more rims, I guess you could say.
What would you tell anybody that's like the youth or somebody looking to get into this business? What would be the first step for them?
Man, go into the market, find your area that's hungry for this. Just actually get a set of rims yourself, just so that way you'll get a feel for it. You know how your car's supposed to ride. Check out your equipment. Like, I don't have no problem with somebody coming up here a day or two, just kind of shadowing my guys or whatever.
Okay. So you offer like internships and all that stuff?
I will, man. I never even thought about it until you just said it, but bro, I don't have no problem with sharing no kind of knowledge. Somebody had to share it with me, so I got to pay it forward.
That's what's up right there, man. Tell me about the community event you was at yesterday. The community event.
Oh yeah. Feed the homeless. Like I said, man, me and my boy Darkman Smith, he owns a trucking business himself called Three Brothers.
Okay.
He came to me one day, he was like, Marcus, man, you doing good? I thank God I'm doing good. We both blessed. Hey man, you right down the street from the homeless shelter. I know you see them coming by all the time. Let's do something for them guys, man. Like, we can't just sit here and try to make sure our family good. Let's try to look out for other people. We've been blessed. Let's pay it forward. So he came up with the idea. He was like, man, you know, I ain't never scared to eat on the grill. Anything food related, he cooking. Like right now, he might be somewhere cooking. So I love to eat. Can't tell by skinny as I am, but I love to eat, high metabolism. But long story short, he was like, bro, let's get together one Sunday and let's feed the community. We went from there, man. That was I'm gonna say October of last year, and ever since, man, we've been going rain, sleet, snow.
Oh, y'all been doing this since October
of last year.
Oh, that's what's up right there.
Yeah, so every fourth Sunday of the month, we on 5th Street at the Little Willie Center. Man, all we ask is people just come out and help us. Me and him, we take care of all the food products. Since then, we've grown to the point where social clubs, bike clubs, just individual people come in with the sides and stuff to kind of go with the dish that we're making or whatever.
That's what's up right
And man, it's been a blessing ever since. Like yesterday, we kept it simple. Some of them people, obviously, you know, they're homeless, so they can't do a cookout. So what we did was we just kept it simple, hot dogs, french fries, stuff of that nature, homemade chili, and just let them eat until they couldn't eat no more.
Has the news covered that?
Yes, they have. They actually have, yep. Ron, since it was his idea, obviously we kind of let him be the face of the news, and he won Carolina. I think it's called Carolina Star, something like that. Southern Star, that's what it was.
Gotcha.
So with that being said, man, the bank gave him a $100 gift card.
Wow.
Other organizations since then been donating to him, to the cause or whatever, and it's called Operation Humble.
Okay.
Because obviously you got to be humble when you're doing stuff like that. Like say, even though you're successful, still need to have that humble heart at all times.
Yeah. Y'all got women, children, old men, everybody?
Everybody. And it's to the point, like, you don't even really got to be homeless. Just as long as you want something to eat, just stop in, we got you.
That's what we're doing. Do you see, do you have you ever experienced any racism in the area?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
What has that included? Concluded with, what has that included?
Man, like I said about me being a young brother, obviously, I guess some of the local owners around here of businesses do their homework on me. Go to my Facebook page, I kind of joke and cut up. I also keep it professional, obviously, due to I own the business. And I guess they see my car with the rims on it and stuff like that. So, that company over there, they do bootleg work. They do this, they do that.
That's how they try to label it.
Yeah, try to label us that way, definitely. I've had situations where other competitors, I buy from the same company they do. I don't know if people know that, but I buy from the same company as they do. But because with me, man, I treat it on a street mentality, meaning the more tires I sell, the cheaper I can go back to my vendor, the quicker I can go back to my vendor and tell him, hey, I sold X amount of tires this week. Now I need you to cut me a better deal. Meaning in return, now you may have, first time you came and bought some tires from me, I may have sold them to you $100 for a 22-inch tire.
Gotcha.
Now that I'm buying more tires, guess what? My vendor's gonna sell it to me cheaper. So guess what? In return, that means I can sell it to you cheaper.
Yeah,
so now where my tire might be
a street mentality.
Yeah. So now that I'm selling tires at $100, he's selling his tires at $125. I got labeled, oh, you selling used tires, you selling cheap tires, you selling whatever. But it was just me thinking mentality. Like me, I'm the type of dude, bro, if I made $15 off of that tire, guess what? That's $15 I started the day off with that I didn't have.
That's a fact.
Where they're looking at the tire might don't cost but $20. They want to make $80 off the tire. I don't roll like that. I just, bro, if I can make $15 per tire, that's $60 at the end of the day that I didn't have.
Yeah.
Obviously, the building ain't the biggest, baddest building in Greenville, so obviously, you know, my rent's a little cheaper, so I can afford to sell my stuff a little cheaper too.
That's a fact. And
So-
customer service goes a long way, man.
Definitely does.
You would eat at somewhere that treats you better, even if they're expensive,
Bingo.
versus somewhere that just because they got nice tires. You know what I'm saying?
Bingo. Bingo.
So that definitely works right there, man.
Definitely.
I definitely appreciate you talking to us, brother.
Anytime, man.
You got anything else you want to say to the people out here, man?
Come see me, man. 2010 Chestnut Street, Greenville, North Carolina. I'm ready for y'all. You can follow me on Facebook, Marcus Exum. We actually have a Facebook page called Joe Ham. That's for the shop. On Instagram, I'm under Slim_Coltrane spelled with a K. Hey, it's Marcus Exum and y'all watching YurpTV.
Yurt.